I met him. He was working for somebody else.
Yes, we know each other. Well, I just got in America. It was not even a year and a half.
His philosophy about life, family, why he came here, to work hard for his family. The audience should know that I've known Mr. Dorsey since 2004. You guys were little babies when I first met you.
Hey everybody, welcome to The Build. This is going to be a bit of a different episode for us. I think you guys are best friends. I think that's accurate to say.
Very accurate, yeah.
Gus,
yes, we do have love for each other, yes.
He is an attorney at law, among other things, a man of many talents, I would say. And so I think I'll let these guys kind of kick it off and go into it. So,
well, I'll start off because as a lawyer, of course, I talk a lot. I love to talk. I think what I say is important. I'm almost exactly like Mr. Dorsey here. One thing, though, that I did realize is I used to be a prosecutor for 10 years, and then I opened up my own law firm. And in 2004, I met, do you want me to call him your father? Does the audience know he's your father?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know.
Very aware.
But, no, I mean, yeah. But the audience should know that I've known Mr. Dorsey since 2004. You guys were little babies when I first met you. I met the family.
Actually, Flabio, because Donald was not.
Donald was not born yet, yeah. I met him. He was working for somebody else. I had just opened up a law office in Schaumburg, where I'm located outside of Chicago. And he came in with a gentleman that he was working for. And he is a person from Albania, but he lived in Greece, and he spoke Greek. So we had a nice conversation. I realized that there were a couple of things that I really liked about him. His work ethic and the way he explained his philosophy about life, family, why he came here, to work hard for his family. I met Alex when he literally had the clothes on his back and a rental apartment. And he came here for what America is, a great country. He came here for opportunity. Even though I'm a fighter, I'm an empath also. I understood the plight. Because my father came from another country to try to make a better life for himself and his family. And if I can help with that, why shouldn't I? So I did. I got a liking to him. He had a great personality. He had a great work ethic. Everything that I felt I had, he had. So I saw some commonality. And I saw ambition. And I like ambition because that's what fosters progress in the world. In any industry, if nobody has ambition, then they don't have improvement. And they don't live a state of homeostasis. Status? Is that the word?
Stasis?
Homeostasis, that's it. Is good. But for improvement to happen in the world, we need people to have some thoughts and dreams to do things better. A better way to treat their job. And he was treating his job not just enough. He wanted to be better than enough. Because there's a lot of people who do things enough. He wants it to be better than enough. And that I like, because that's the way I am. So one time he comes and he says, I'm thinking of going on my own. I need to do it the right way. And right then I knew I was in the presence of somebody who had a great mind. Because he said, I hope this doesn't go to his head, all these compliments. Because afterwards I'll tell him what I don't like about him.
No, nothing changed in him.
I know. But he wanted to do it the right way. And what I learned about him throughout these 20-some years of being friends, leading the best friendship, is that he always knows what he doesn't know. That's a hard thing to understand. You have to know what you don't know. And when you don't know, you ask the people that know. And that's what Alex is great. He has a great mind for the general picture, the details, but he also knows how to delegate, how to say, I don't know how to do this. Let me find the best person I can to get the answer to this question, who has more expertise than I do in the field that needs it. So That's why he surrounded himself by people who help him and are loyal to him, and he's very loyal to them. Uh, I will say, this is a gentleman right now who has a multi-million-dollar company, and he's come to my home and to my office to drill a hole in the wall because if I'm too busy, he will help me. He doesn't have to do that, but he does it because he's loyal. But I'm loyal to him. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Alex Dolce, and I know there's nothing he wouldn't do for me. So that is why I love this man. And yes, love is a strong word, but the relationship I have towards him is a strong relationship.
As the guys say, all these things is the truth. Yes, we know each other. Well, I just got in America. It was not even a year and a half. I was working for another guy. That guy go to help Gus to his office. So that's how we met together. I know his father, who helped me for a couple of, jobs or in the beginning. You know, all these things come as kind of joke, but is so strong and so real. I don't think so. Anyone can be better than him. Has been next to me from the day one, and he knows I'm next to him as well. We have created this good relation together as brothers. I'm not gonna say as a friend, as more than brothers, because we are honest to each other and we do understand each other. We both come from family, working hard. I know his family, he know mine. Both our parents come from construction. Gus got born here, I born back home, but still, we both come on the same direction. We're hardworking people, honest people, and people who know how to respect others. That is important. We both have that, and that's why I think we have been for 20 years, and we got to be more than 20 together. So now we come to the point, like God say, yes, I do have a lot of things, like was hard time for me because I don't speak English when I come. And not maybe, but I know my job. But it was different here in the beginning because different rules here, different in Europe. You know what I mean? I have to learn those things. But most was legal stuff. That's why I was coming and knock his door. He never closed his door. He never told me I'm busy. He was all the way there. I knock his door and tell him, guys, how I can do it. Please, I need help. Because I'm not expert for this one. I don't know how to do it. It's nothing wrong to ask your people where you trust. Not everyone does, but people will give you love and give you trust to you, and they thinking, yes, you are the right person who they can talk. Those people will never leave you. And I think that's all he have done with me, and me with him too. So we both together. I never have make any step in my life in asking us regarding legal stuff and my investment stuff. Everything in my life, we have discussed a lot of things together. What to do, how we can move. You know what I mean? Is a lot going between us, and I'm happy and I'm very proud I have a brother like him in my life.
Let me tell you a quick little story when I realized that Alex is funny and smart. He, as everyone knows, he is the owner and president and CEO. I don't know what official title he has, but he's the big guru in Dolce companies. However, he also has some other investments and a big cabinet place. And he bought a very, very expensive program because he knows to do things the right way, you have to buy the right equipment also. It's not just about the skill. You can't use a cheap $5 saw to cut wood if that's your job. You need an expensive saw with fine tools that'll do your job correctly. So he bought this plan, a cabinet designing place. And, computers weren't natural. He didn't learn them in school. But he wasn't afraid to touch them, which showed some courage. And I know that you guys have told me in the back he watches a lot of YouTube. Well, that started because of me. He came to my office and he says, Gus, I'm starting this cabinet place. And I just bought this really expensive software in the thousands and thousands of dollars. And he says, they give me 10 hours of free training and then it's like 150. And I said, Alex, use the training for the stuff that's difficult. Don't use the basics. Because if you're just telling them how to open this up, how to open a file, that's a waste of your money. And he was in my office and we're joking around and having a good time like we do on a Saturday or Sunday. Because I work on the weekends, he works on the weekends. That's how you succeed, working hard. And he says, well, how am I going to learn it? So I said, what's the program called? Something CAD. So we put it on, and there was a couple of YouTube videos about the basics. So we started doing that and started doing that and started doing that. And we found a group of like 10 or 15 of them. And he said, oh my God, this is great. I mean, his eyes lit up. He was like a 5-year-old that saw a gumball machine. Because you know why? Again, he dreamt. He dreamt and he knew that he didn't know. And he dreamt, how am I going to learn this stuff? And maybe Gus is right. And he knows it was right. Why is he spending money to learn how to press a button to print something? He could learn that off of YouTube. That's what's great about YouTube. That's what's great about the internet. People always badmouth the internet, but if you use it the right way, it's the most useful tool around. So then once he learned the basics, then he spent the 10 free hours to learn the stuff that nobody showed him on the computer. That to me showed somebody who understood what to learn. And ever since then, I know the boys have said it. I know his wives have said it to me. He watches a lot of YouTube because he likes to learn. He's not stagnant. He wants to grow. So I have an ailment that sometimes causes me to lisp, so I apologize to the viewers, but if that's where it's from, I haven't been taking the bottle. I have a natural lisp with some paralysis of the tongue, so I do apologize.
Yeah.
But Alex wanted to grow, and he knew the right way to do it. So, and he has a good skill. I hear he's a good soccer player. He'll tell you he's a good soccer player. That's the one thing he has no humility about.
That is in my DNA, and I started soccer was the age 6, playing as a kid and with kids, and then in the 14 they got to doing tests back in home because we would come with communism countries, so that was different. So you had to do tests every 6 months if you want to be professional. I was a goalie, so we have to do tests, and I passed the test. And I started to be 14 years old in professional team on the, younger age. So in my 18, I was an older age. So people are like over 20s. Yeah, I was 18. So I was still dealing and practicing myself with people next step. So yes, soccer is my dream. No one of my boys be soccer player, but probably might be my fault because I focus a lot in work and I put a lot of energy in work. But if I was having a little bit more time, I hope my grandkids, I can have time to practice them to make it one of them to be soccer player.
There we go.
Don't you, it's funny. Don't cut this part out. He wants his kids to get married and have children because he wants to play soccer with his grandkids. So keep that part in.
The time I did not spend it with them, I hope.
He had no humility about the soccer. Did I tell you?
The time I did not spend with them because I put a lot of energy into work and no time with my boys. I hope I can spend that time with my grandkids now to teach them some stuff.
But let's take that point and flip it on him to show him how he really is. Spends a lot of time with his kids, maybe not physically, but 20 years of Alex and I sitting in my offices, various places I've grown at. We have had long conversations about his boys. A conversation about my daughter. Now I have a granddaughter, so he sees the joy I have, so I know he's a little jealous of that, but that's okay.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, I mean,
you're having time to spend now with little one.
That's why we work hard.
That's in good way. So I don't want you guys to go crazy, but yes, I'll be excited when I got to see that little one coming.
So, and I'm going to say this in Greek, kubaros. That means godfather. It's up to them, of course, but I'm throwing it out. No, I'm throwing it out there. The boys think who they want, but
I don't know who's coming first, but yes.
No, it's not up to you. It's up to them. But I'm just letting you know. I'm one of the people on the list. Please keep me there. But we had a lot of talks about the boys. And like my daughter and his two sons, we came up with a game plan. Uh, Dreams and aspirations are good, but sometimes dreams and aspirations don't pay the bills. So we didn't want them to lose their dreams and aspirations. We wanted them to keep those, but also realize that there's a side where you have to work hard and make money. So how do we do this? We'll use an example of Flabio, for example. Flabio is a very, very talented camera person. I don't know what you call it, a professional photographer, videographer, things like that. Very talented. It's a tough business to be in. And we wanted to make sure he had a backup to his creative side, the business side. So one of the other investments that Mr. Dolce has is real estate. And I have had a lot of files that I have worked on from Mr. Dolce for the real estate.
Some
And after-
of them we closed it.
Some of them I didn't because he didn't like the deal, but that's a business person. He realized what he didn't want was right. So
we got to make the right movement, correct?
yeah. So I literally have a list of canceled deals from him, but that's long, but that's okay. I love him, so it's no big deal, and I'm here to protect him, not anybody else. He's the number one priority when I do those. So when Flabio got old enough, I said, Alex, you know what we should do? Give him a percentage of the business and have him come to the closings. Usually a closing takes about an hour and a half. We were there for 2.5
Sometime more.
Yeah, well, it depends. But usually about an
It's
hour
not
to an
in
hour
our
and a half.
fault, but, yeah.
But what I did is we sat 2.5 hours. I remember what it was. It was in First American on York Road. Remember that?
Yeah.
We were there for a long time. That little horrible little building that you had to
Yes.
zigzag through.
Yes.
Sat him there for, I think it was a First American, if I'm not mistaken. Sat there for 2.5 hours, and I explained every little detail about what the paper was and the purpose behind the paper. Because we want to get his mind to start thinking about the alternative side businesses, things to also grow and make enough money to get married, support a family, and give Alex grandkids. So that was the plan. Don was still in high school. He was thinking about girls and football. So Don was easy. We just had to keep his mind on girls and football, which was easy. So we had no problem with that. But Flabio was getting older and he was starting to try to figure out who he was as a person. But we want to not restrict it, but guide it towards a direction we would have a secure financial future. Yeah, it was mind manipulation, but it was okay. We're doing it for his own good. And now he is, look what he is. Successful with YouTube, creativity, but as you have seen through the past episodes, successful in Dolce companies, and a vital part of Dolce companies now. Non-replaceable part of Dolce companies. So our plan as parents have worked. My daughter is in law school. We have talked about what our children are going to do in the future, and we are excited. Donald is right away picked up on the path of business, and I hear he has huge dreams and huge aspirations for Dolce companies to become Dolce international companies. And we'll work on that.
That's what he thinks.
We'll work on that. It'll happen.
It's in progress.
We
It's in
have done a lot together
Right, Diesel?
about kids. That is very important. Like I said, we're both sitting here on weekends, most of the time because it's the most, days we're not that much because we don't want to take too much time to each other's business because both were busy. But then we spend time together. We talk. I get here in his office. We see how we see our kids tomorrow. Because it doesn't make any sense if we both work hard and we don't put any help in our kids. I think the family is important. And we both have that. We both want to see our kids more succeed in our life where we are. Because that got to make us more happy.
And
So this is, I think, we have made this connection. We got so good together, and like I said, I'm very, very happy. I have you in my life.
you know,
Who is has been more, and like I said before, more and friend is brother to me, because whatever we have done together, I don't think so. I have that kind of support, and the way how you treat me and how you talk to me, and one of my brothers. Immigrant is tough to be, because you don't know which people you can get close to you. And I come here with not knowing many things here, not knowing around me what's going on here, how things around here. You know what I mean? I got lucky. I met very good people. Because as God said in the beginning, I speak Greek. I was there for many years. And when I come here, the first thing I did, I have to go to Greek community to get with these people, because those people has been third generation here, hardworking people who have proved, what they can do. The first generation, second, third. So now they are different. It's not the people who work hard in beginning and those dirty work. We call it dirty work, like me. I come doing construction. I work, service. I work bartender. I have done a lot of things. Right now, those are kids who got attorney, doctors, that got a lot. Is different level. Those people, what I met in my life, they are so good in me. Probably they see something good in me and they support me. That the way opened me doors to be here where I am today. I met very good people from that country, here and there where I was immigrant too, because I was there for 11 years, immigrant too. I have person who teach me how to be a good person. And I'm not gonna forget that thing. I want to talk to him. We talked together when I was in 24 years old. I pick up the job so quick.
Yeah.
And I go, because my friends were telling me, hey, you're doing so much work because you are immigrant. He don't pay you as much he pay the other people. Whereas here, and as a young 24 years old, I took it a little bit more like personal. And Friday morning, I talked to my boss and I tell him, listen, I want to talk to you. I'm looking for more money. If you can give me more money. So what he told me, he says, because we work Monday to Friday there. The Saturdays they was not working, just me and him. He said, tomorrow we work together 8 to 2. I tell him yes. Say, okay, after we finish, we go to eat. Because most of the time, after work, me and him, we going to eat. Next to our shop was, the beach area, and was a lot of restaurant there. So we got one of those restaurants eating together lunch. And we sit together, and the first thing he said, listen, you asked me to give you a raise. And I'm going to give you the answer right now. We're eating together. We finished the work, but the answer is got to be no. I'm not going to give you a raise. And I took it, I back up a little bit. I tell them why. Say, okay, I will explain to you. You make any decision you want after. And I told him, okay. You say, yes, you deserve more money. And you're already making good money at the age where you are. But I don't want to destroy you. I'm not going to give you more money now. You will make money because your hands is cold. You pick up things quick and you know what to do and you are a nice person, but I'm not going to destroy you. Now you make your decision. Either stay with me or leave me. Yes, you got to hurt me to find somebody out to cover you, but I'm not going to do that. Now, when I'm in this age, I think he saved my life, because if he was giving to me more money at that age, my life might be different. I might start different, doing more expensive life, might doing that. So he backed up me. He saved me.
It's funny how one key conversation can change your life trajectory, and it's obvious. Let's shift focus again to the most important reason why we're successful and we have a successful family unit: our wives. Our wives are amazing. Um, we have been very blessed to have good wives. I know Mr. Dorsey's wife, very, very nice lady. My wife, very, very nice lady, who has kept the family strong so we can work every day. Every day we work. Uh, and we don't worry about our house. We don't worry about our children. They took care of us. Have we made mistakes? Yeah, probably. Because you know why? We're stupid men. But do we love them? Yes. Do we appreciate them? More than anything in the world. And our wives now have become best friends. They actually go out to eat lunches and dinners more than we do. We go to concerts together. It's hilarious. We used to go out as couples. That hasn't happened in a long time. They do themselves. They're like, oh, we need the men. We'll take care of that ourselves. And literally, that's what they do. They go and they have lunch together. And you know why? Because they're both family ladies. They're both family ladies, and we're blessed to have them. And
yes,
that's why we're successful.
No, you are true, because in the first couple of minutes when we're talking here with Flabio and Donald, I mentioned that to them. In life, you got to be like the person who you share in life.
Yeah.
To be together and get marriage together and create family together. Because if that person do not understand you, or you don't understand each other, you're not going anywhere. Because our wives, we are so lucky, like God said, because they give us more time to focus and working hard, which we're doing. Because if I have 10 phone calls a day and take my attention from my work, I don't think so I can work.
And I'll tell you another funny story about me being right. It's time for me to brag.
Let Flavio talk a little bit. What do you have to say?
I not much. I was just gonna segue into getting this episode wrapped up, because I think we're kind of trying to jump all over the place. And
that's the best part about it. A lot of things we can come from here.
But regardless, I think it was a good snapshot into who you are and to who he is, and the relationship you guys share. And I think this is probably the first episode of many that the two of you guys will be on together.
We have a lot more to
discuss.
Say, but
so,
your time is limited, so you put us on limit time. But we try.
But I think this is the first. I think we're going to keep this conversation going and with subsequent episodes. But I think this is a good first episode to kind of get the viewers knowing who Gus is and who more of my dad is, because he can extract more than I can at times. But anyways, thanks for joining us, everyone. Hope you enjoyed this one, and we'll leave it to come.